Okay. Oh, my mic is over there. Okay, there we go. So... there's no specific, like, thing that I want to put on the screen for this video, so I'm just gonna continue, working on this world. Anyway, so... a couple people probably know this already if you're like, you know, pretty much if I have talked to you in person, you probably know this already. But I am going to be making a game. No idea how long it's going to take, or what exactly the final product is going to look like, but I do have some ideas. And in order to put those ideas into something I can, like, look at and see if it looks good or not, I have built this Minecraft world, by myself. It's taken a very long time, but this, or specifically that up there, on top of the volcano, that no longer has lava in it because I drained it to put this thing here. This is Rift Laboratories, which will be the name of the game that I'm going to make. The game is going to be set in 2042. You play as a 16-year-old named James Mendez, who is a criminal in this city that currently does not have a definite name. It may be renamed. Currently, I just call it Cyber City. It's named after a video, like a synthwave music video that I like to listen to sometimes. It's not a music video, it's just a video with music. There's no... The video is by Odysseus. It's called Cyber City. I listen to it sometimes, and I decided to name the city after it while I'm trying to figure out another name for it. So... the Minecraft world will be available for download. I'll put the link in this video description when I'm done with it. But anyway, you play as James Mendez in the game, a 16-year-old who is wanted by the police for various crimes. I haven't decided what exactly yet, but you're in trouble, basically. And... sorry. And in the... like, at the start of the game, you get captured by the police. Like, they finally catch you, and then you're offered a job by Alexander Hanks, who is the owner of Rift Laboratories. He's not the founder, but he's the owner. If you're wondering why I have a head crab, I can show you. I'm gonna try not to show too much of this map, so you can actually, like, you know, download it and explore it yourself. if you're wondering if I can find it again. I don't want to go through the walls because there's stuff in the walls here that there's not like anything here that's important, but like over towards, you know, in that direction there's important stuff over there that I would like not to spoil. But yeah, these things are supposed to be eggs, like parasite eggs. But I couldn't find anything better, so they're head crabs now. I don't care. Why is my computer all of a sudden giving me these notifications? I mean, I do care. It's meme-nade, but like, I'm not gonna watch this video while I'm recording. Yeah, this is not done yet. This is supposed to be like Nero's den, which brings me back to the topic of the game. Finally, I got sidetracked there. What did I talk about already? I play as James Mendez. Ow! Ow, that frame drop hurt. Wait, is there a chunk? I believe there is. I believe there is a chunk border right where that lag spike was. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked way too much. He plays James Mendez. You get captured by the police. And you have to go, sorry, I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this. I'm just gonna pause the game for a minute, and explain things. Okay, I'm gonna start completely over. You play as James Mendez, you get captured by the police right at the beginning of the game, and Alexander Hanks offers you a deal if you get him a map of the Phoenix Complex, which is an old facility where they were messing around with, like, time travel stuff. They were told to stop their experiments in the Phoenix Complex. They didn't because they wanted, you know, it's time travel, that's cool. And they eventually caused a catastrophe that caused the entire facility to be abandoned and later taken over by the pirate group named Nova. Basically, you're supposed to go get a map of the Nova-occupied Phoenix Complex. You go get the map, and you bring it back to Rift Laboratories, and right as you're about to step into the building, you hear a, like, I can't accurately recreate the sound, but you hear, like, a mixture between a scream and, like, a roar. I'm not going to try to recreate what that would sound like, because that's just going to, you know, I'm just going to be making fun of myself for doing that, because it's going to sound awful. So, anyway, the map gets put in a storage room for later, and you have to try to fight off the big flesh monster that made the roar, scream, shriek thing. And that thing is named Nero. You realize you can't kill it with bullets, which makes shooting it almost completely useless. So you have to go... hang on, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick, pull up one of my Google Docs that I have for specifically this purpose, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've had to move OBS to my main screen because then I can actually like use OBS while also on Google Docs. So okay. You discover it cannot be killed with bullets, it cannot be shot by anything. So you then have to go to the old radioactive waste processing facility that's deep underground. That's what this place is supposed to be in the... Yeah. Yeah, that's that place down there. You have to go down there, redirect all the waste from the rest of the building to that place, because that's an old station down there. It's supposed to be... That's supposed to be like an old form of waste disposal. There is a new chamber that I currently have not built, so I cannot show that to you. But you have to go down and redirect all of the waste from the new disposal chamber to the old disposal chamber, which creates radioactive waste. Turn on the reactor for all the radioactive waste, and then get back up and to a place which I currently have not decided yet, where you will grab those barrels and start throwing them at Nero to try to kill it with acid. Nero then runs to... Nero then runs back to his lair, and you have to follow him down there. You try to kill him eventually, once you find him, with more barrels. Realize he cannot be killed with the barrels at the moment, because he has a connection to another universe. Now, currently, I do not have a way of making this fit in. I will find a way to make the whole universe switching make sense. But currently it doesn't. And it's just sort of like, hey, this thing can't be killed now. You gotta go to another universe and destroy its life support, and then you can kill it in this universe. you go to the other universe, which consists of floating islands and a core. Like it's a planet core, and there's like islands floating around it. Forgot what I was going to say next. This is incredibly boring, and I'm sorry, but I'm not good at making things exciting on the spot. So, yeah. And I kind of have to make a video like today. So you go to this alien world, you destroy Nero's life support thingy, you go back to Earth, you kill Nero, and then you go back home, because that was the deal you made with Alexander Hanks. If you got him a map of the Nova base, he would let you go back home to the continental United States. I forgot to say this entire thing is set in Hawaii. On an island that does not exist. Right now, at least. I mean, it could exist in the future. An island could pop up somewhere in Hawaii that looks like this, so. But currently, that's pretty much all I have. I mean, I have a few people to do voices. I am going to voice about, let's see, I'm voicing Alexander, Hank, Mike, and Fred. Okay, I should explain these three other characters that I just introduced. Hank is about 8 feet tall. He's an android controlled by a crystal from the universe that you go to destroy Nero's life support. However, he is not the life support. He is just a crystal. But the crystal comes from a universe where electricity is pretty much the same thing as basically magic, I guess. It's not traditional magic like, you know, abracadabra, alakazam. Your disgusting body now smells like ham. It's not that kind of magic. It's this is going to sound like really obscure, but if anybody's ever played Hob or heard of Hob, the alien world is based off of that game. The entire thing is based off of that game, and the magic is pretty much the same thing, like the same type of concept as the magic in Hob, where it just acts as like electricity. But it's not electricity, because A, it is not hot, or it does not produce heat. And, you know, you cannot die by touching it. So, yeah. I currently have two comics and a second game planned for this series. Not sure if I'll do anything else yet. I'm going to focus on the comics right now until I learn how to use C#. I just realized how many times I say, like, in every single one of my videos now. I'm going to make some like video related to Rift Laboratories next Saturday. I'm gonna try to actually make it Saturday. Sorry I skipped last week's upload. That was purely me forgetting. Like, nothing happened. That was just me not remembering to make a video. So, yeah. That's pretty much everything. I'll go more into detail next Saturday. This is kind of just an announcement video that just so happens to be, 21 minutes long. Sorry you've just been staring at OBS this entire time. Oh, there's one more thing, actually. This shouldn't take too long. This video will be at most like 22 to 23 minutes long. If I minimize OBS here, this is some art that I made for the Alien World. I'm not the best at drawing, like, rocks and stuff, so yeah. I'm also just not the best at digital art, so yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. So if you want a spoiler for the comic, for like the second comic, keep watching. But if you don't want a spoiler for the second comic, close video now, because that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to give you a spoiler. I mean, kinda, playing Minecraft on this world is a spoiler, because, this is supposed to be the universe that the entire thing takes place in. But yeah. It's not too big of a spoiler, so, I mean, if you don't really care, cool. I know, like, at least, like, one person is going to care, so, yeah. If you don't want a spoiler, even if it's, tiny, like this one is, click off now. If not, keep watching. I'm going to assume that everybody who doesn't want a spoiler, like a tiny little spoiler for the second comic, which isn't even being drawn yet, I'm assuming that everybody is no longer on this video who doesn't want a spoiler, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This coffee shop has very much importance to the second comic, and just the story in general, mainly because this is where the second comic starts, is in this coffee shop. Specifically at this table right here. This angle, this angle. So I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that so that I know what I'm going to have to draw. Yeah. Okay, this is longer than I said it would be. Oh, how long is this now? 24 minutes. Alright, Epic Games, goodbye.